Hi everybody and welcome to Till Deaf Do Us Pod with me, Tova Lee.
And me, Michael Lee. Hello everybody,
Hello,
welcome.
hello.
It's a nice sort of laid back.
It was, wasn't it?
Jazz.
I was doing like, it's late at night and you're on the drive home. Was that good?
Very good.
Right? We should do the whole podcast like that.
Really? I think people would
Why?
fall asleep. Anyway, how are we all? Welcome, hello everybody out there.
Last week's episode was amazing. Like, if you haven't listened to it, go back and listen, because we went through the top tips of dating in 2020 and really we're helping lots of people in the world. You haven't even changed your shirt since last week. I just
Incredible.
realized.
It's the magic of I've been like this all. I haven't moved for a week. I've just sat in this position.
No.
Anyone get in contact with Coffee and Bagel?
So many people. By the way, really, their applications have gone up. They've tripled since we mentioned them. Yes.
Can we get sponsorship from
We
Coffee and
should
Bagel?
actually. Coffee and Bagel.
Make a mental note. Coffee and Bagel, get in touch.
Get in touch.
We're there for you.
Totally.
You know?
Yes. So all good. Good things.
Yes.
Good things. Good show today. We're on like a roll of like lists, aren't we?
Yes. And this list is
out
one that makes me feel a little bit awkward.
I wonder why it was chosen then.
Exactly. This is it to make me feel awkward. Unbelievable.
I love how you say awkward.
Awkward.
Can we just I just feel like we should make this into like a little section of us recommending stuff on TV. Yeah. So can I just recommend two things? So first of all, you have to watch The Social Dilemma. We didn't mention it last week, actually, on Netflix, because honestly, if you cherish or value your brains or your free will, then you honestly have to watch it to see how evil social media is. But also what we started watching recently, which is a bit silly, isn't it?
Silly but fun.
Bit silly but fun. Why do women kill? Fun.
Yeah, and it's on, in the UK, it's on a channel called Alibi, which I must admit I'd never
heard of.
Watched before. Alibi, pointless us sponsoring us after that. But yes, it's got Lucy, is it Lucy Liu?
Yes.
Lucy Liu, I like. Lucy Liu's a very good actress.
Very good. She's so good in it.
And the guy, one of the guys who was in the Veep.
Yes.
Is in it as well. But yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. I think like we've been watching so many serious stuff recently. Mm-hmm. Very heavy, very serious. No, really, we have, and it's quite fun to now kind of watch something a bit silly.
Yes.
Anyway, top sex trends. Sex trends 2020.
Haven't we done this one?
I feel like we have, but it's always good to be reminded.
No, I think didn't we do one top orgasms for the year?
Oh no, those are the
awards.
12.
Top.
To be honest, I really haven't gotten round to
things,
sort of,
I don't know.
to kind of really exploring.
You're too busy.
Too busy. Like, who has time to masturbate? Like, honestly, it's just and it's not good for me. Like I was saying, I was talking to Rena again. God, this is the second week in a row that I've mentioned Rena. I was talking to her about masturbation. No, I was talking to her about investing in myself. Like, I feel like I haven't been investing in myself, because she was talking about what is she on about? How did it come to this? I don't know.
Investing in yourself. I think you invest in yourself quite a bit.
No, I don't. This is the thing. I really don't. I want to go back to pole dancing. There's a lot of stuff that I feel I want to do, but it really does take a lot of time of your day. You have to commit to it,
that's the mic. Sorry for the extraordinary noise there.
Sorry.
You okay? So the light's still on?
It's still on.
Apologies, anyone there has now been deafened by the thumping sound of a microphone.
We're not even going to try and cut it out, by the way. Like, we're just not doing that.
That's it. It's just the magic of podcast. But I think work-wise, you're very good at scheduling things. But maybe you need to start doing, so-and-so night, I'm doing this.
Yeah, scheduling the masturbation. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I think, you've got 5 minutes between 7 and 8.
I'm quite disappointed, by the way, because, Alicia Sinclair kind of hinted that she was going to send me one of those cowgirls, and I haven't received it yet. So I'm hoping that's going to happen
Actually,
soon.
I forgot to tell you, it has arrived. I've just kept it a secret to myself. It's very good.
Have you been enjoying it?
I'm joking. Can you imagine?
Wow.
That's the thing.
I can't wait for it to show up at the door and just we will be those people. Yeah.
Anyway, so what are we talking about tonight? This morning, whatever time.
Sex Trends 2020.
Oh yes, but we'll get into detail.
Go on then.
No, you go into detail.
Okay, sexual mindfulness is a trend, and it's been around. Mindfulness has been around for thousands of years.
What is mindfulness?
Exactly. It's become more popular now in the West. I don't know. Is it kind of like a meditation type of sex? Is it tantra?
Or you're having sex and you're thinking about something else? Or someone else? Maybe that's it.
I don't know. I mean, but honestly, like, I'm not making fun of it, by the way, because also, what's her name? Venus O Hara, who was on our show a few weeks ago. She talks, I don't think she used the word mindfulness, but she talked about, you know, that type of meditative type of orgasm, you know, which I guess is like not just physical, it's like really deep.
I don't know. Mindful sex for me is just remembering their name.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, like something a bit more...
Oh, yes, sorry.
Spiritual, you know? Anyway, but this says, do people... Okay, so my question is really, do people have time for it? Because we just talked about...
tantric sex?
No, I don't think so. I think it's different.
Is it okay?
I think it's like, and they're like, ooh.
Or was it mindful sex?
I'm not sure.
I haven't turned the oven off.
That's definitely not a thing. But again, it seems to me. Listen, I'm not making fun of it.
I'm listening here. Look at me saying listen. I'm doing a bloody show with you. Of course I'm listening. I'm not here playing Scrabble. Listen, she says.
It sounds amazing, but I do question, like, who has time for it?
Okay.
You know?
Can I read what it says here? Because we're both going, what is it? It's actually written down for us. Both of us, what is it? We'll read the bloody words. Mindful sex is a process that allows you to feel your body's full erotic potential and has flowed from a dramatic rise in popularity of practices like yoga, tantra, and meditation. So when you bring awareness to pleasure, you'll feel more present and aware of the dynamic sensations occurring within your body.
Wow. But again, doesn't it sound very time consuming?
It's like big namby-pamby, isn't it?
Like, no, I don't mind that, but I'm just saying, with the way the world is at the moment, I'm just wondering who actually has time for it. And by the way, I'm so jealous of people who do. And probably it's just a matter of like making it a priority.
So Nick is off, love, let's have a quickie. No. You're not going to go, no more.
Prefer... No more like quickie. Did you like that? I always do like, you know.
So, I don't know. I mean, people out there, you know, darling, let's have an early night tonight. Let's go upstairs and have
some mindful
sex. As what? As opposed to meaningless sex. What? I mean...
Oh, God.
I don't know. Anyone out there, enlighten us.
It's a bit like stone sex then, isn't it? Isn't it though? Like, isn't it like, you know, when you're high and you have sex and it's like, oh my God, you know, and you're high? Like, isn't it? No?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I've heard that's what's happening.
No, anyway, this is a bizarre one here. Pleasure movement for men.
For men.
And I had literally no idea what this means. And it says, we've been talking about sex toys and sex tops a lot lately. Well, Toba has. And we do it because we really do think it's important thing to be talking about. I tend to focus on women or couples sex. Why am I reading this?
I don't know.
Oh, you should be reading this. You read it.
I tend to focus on women's or couple sex toys, but it looks like toys for men are becoming less taboo, with proven links between sexual pleasure and positive mental health. It's often left out of the conversation around sex and pleasure, but the prostate, is an unsung hero of the full body orgasm for men. Ooh.
Men have been encouraged to experiment with toys. Well,
because really, men's toys up till recently were just like. What?
Well, I don't know.
Like other people would have like, I don't know.
I don't know.
Strap-ons and just, I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I think, you know, knocking one out into a sock. What is?
Wait.
You know, what?
Butt plugs.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because when we talked to Alicia Sinclair, she said that butt plugs originally are for men, but now also women are using them. Yeah, I like it. But what I love, by the way, but I love about this is it's called a movement.
All I can think of is the scene in American Pie, with the small boy with the what was it with the pie?
With the pie.
Yeah, I put my hands up here.
How is that your association?
I don't know.
Your association. Your association is a teenage boy sticking his penis in an apple pie. I just want to make that clear. Wow. Wrong on so many levels. We apologize. Okay. Yeah, moving on. Okay.
Here's another fun one.
What? Did I miss one?
Yeah, you missed one.
Oh, go on then.
My one makes me feel...
Go on then.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, again, I think it's written for you.
Yes.
It's written for you in mind.
Anal. Okay, look. I
Just
said
anal.
What makes me laugh though is that this morning I actually suggested to the school's head teacher to come in and be a speaker in the school.
About what? Not
I
anal?
just no, but I'm just like about social media. But I'm just thinking she's probably now looking me up to see
Listen to this show. You're going to have 300 meters from any children.
Oh God. Okay, go on then.
Anal pleasure is another thing we've spoken about a lot this year. Well, yeah, we did an episode on the 12 types of orgasm in which we added anal orgasm to... Well, you added it to your bucket list. I certainly didn't add it to my bloody bucket list. I don't have a bucket list.
No.
Then we spoke to Alicia Sinclair from B-Vibe, and she was talking about the butt plug. We've mentioned this before. There's an equal opportunity orifice.
Right.
So would your husband partner be open to trying out one of these toys?
Excuse me, but I know there's a lot of guys, I know you're not one of them, but there's a lot of guys that, quite enjoy like a finger up the butt when having sex. Why is that wrong? They like it. I think it's very nice that men are not scared to, to explore that, because I think it's associated with homophobia, if I'm being honest.
But is it
because wait, if somebody said to you, "Hey, actually, there is a pleasure point up your butt that you literally is even better than the normal orgasm that you know," but so many men resist trying it. It's because of homophobia. There's no other reason. If somebody says to you, "This is going to be really fun," but people still resist trying it comes from a deep homophobia.
I think it's fair enough someone bringing it up in advance. I think what people scared
it's just
not
happening.
being aware. Next minute, they got a finger up your jacksie.
Yes.
And then, whoa, what is that? I just think it's that thing about saying...
Nobody likes a surprise up the butt. This is
going to be... I knew this episode was going to be...
This is true. So no surprises.
Giggling children. Really? I mean, honestly. Seriously. Giggling at my words. Oh, my God. It's hilarious.
Again, wait. We should go for a break.
There's people sitting there like, "Lol, we've got some interesting things to say." No, we haven't.
No interest. Okay, we're going to go for a very short break.
Good idea.
And in today's break, I'm going to remind you again about my new book. It is a confession book, and I am inviting everybody who wants to be part of the book to send in their confessions for a chance to be featured in my book. Head over to tovally.com and enter the confession booth. Confessions can be about anything. They can be about love, about marriage, about revenge, in the office, parenting. They can be funny or serious, and don't worry, they will be anonymous. So head over to tovally.com for a chance to be in my new book.
And we're back from the break. We are talking about... What the hell are we... Well, we're meant to be talking about top sex trends in 2020. This is one.
We're putting everybody off, by the way.
Absolutely. Excuse me, got the hiccups. Virtual reality, 3D printing? What the fuck is that?
I feel like we talked about
and sex
that.
robots.
Haven't we talked about sex robots at some point in the past? Not in the new podcast, but like in the old podcast.
I don't recall. Anyway, advancements.
Yeah, because I showed you pictures of the dolls that look like literally
like
real women.
Doll. That's the doll. That's not robots, is it? I don't know. Is that sex robots? A sex doll?
Yeah. No, it was the same.
Is it?
I think it
anyway,
was.
advancements in sex robots and virtual reality headsets. We've tried the Oculus.
Virtual. Sorry, I'm
certainly, thank you, have captured people's imagination. Some people are excited, others concerned. So if you aren't sure what a sex bot is, basically it's an animated sex robot which has been designed with artificial intelligence to enable it to respond to kissing. Intimacy is definitely not dead though, and sex bots won't take over the world. Some people, there could be an easy solution. Male and female sex bots, the global sex toy market exceeded 34.8 billion dollars this year.
Wow.
Now I don't know, I laughed at 3D printing is set to revolutionize toys, meaning you can print your own fully customized, personalized vibrators at home.
Wow.
Isn't that? I mean, Would you have a sex with a robot?
Only if it kind of cleaned after, cleaned the house or
Pick
made me breakfast. Yeah, like what else would it do, Like,
yeah.
would it do anything else?
Again, we did talk about this.
Yeah, we did.
Because I think
I don't see it as a bad thing.
The cleaning of the robot.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Hosing it down. What?
The hosing it down.
Do you remember
I
that
remember
one
the
we
hosing
did
it down. Yeah, but that was that was like a sex toy.
Yeah.
But I actually have to say, when it comes to the virtual thing, I don't think that's bad, because I actually think people will probably be able to, how do you say, fulfill fantasies that they have that they can't really do in real life,
Well, we did.
Like I would like do massive orgies, like I would really go for it.
With sex robots?
Yeah, no, like in a virtual world.
Right. Okay.
Without being worried about STDs. Like, do you know what I mean?
But you know the things, I don't know, I've never done it, but I assume they're animated or they're like real people filmed.
I don't know. Like, I don't know how it works, but I'm thinking like it could. I don't think it could ever really replace real intimacy. And I know some people have their sex toys at home and like treat them like their girlfriends.
I have to say this.
But I think like the regular Joe, like, wouldn't.
This to me is reality. I'm sorry. We have tried the Oculus thing.
Yeah, we did.
Which is brilliant. You put the thing on,
not
and you
the
walk
sex,
around.
Not the sex parties.
But,
Oculus, just in general.
Imagine a maze. Go in. So people see you wandering around with your hands out, trying to do stuff. I don't want someone walking in as I'm doing VR, some sex game, with me my cock out, no one around me, thrusting at nothing.
Yes, that's quite disturbing.
Well, that's the reality
of
it.
It's a bit like Fluffy.
That's our dog, by the way.
That's what Fluffy does. Just stands there and it's like, what are you doing? Like when he tries to hump Choco, but he's doing it in the wrong place.
Look, clearly we really should be maybe trying this and coming back to people and going,
yeah, have you tried it?
Anyone out there?
Yes, let us know, because we want to know. Okay. Responsive technology. I don't understand what that means.
Carry on reading.
So typically, sex toys have buttons and remotes to help user control settings, vibrations and intensity. Now, advances technology will see these toys becoming more responsive and intuitive to touch, removing the awkwardness of fumbling. Yeah, you know what? That is true. We have talked about the things that I hate about vibrators is the sound. It's very. It's very off-putting. It really is. And I think they're right. Because sometimes you're like in it, right? And you're like, okay, I want to go faster, but you accidentally turn it off. Or accidentally turn, press the rock. It's really annoying. It's very frustrating.
It's a bit like fumbling through a condom in the dark, isn't it? That kind of thing.
Yeah, but once you get going, you get going, Okay. It's like, it's annoying. So I like that one.
Long distance play is a bizarre one. So we know there's sexting and Skype sex, revolutionised sex for couples, especially during lockdown and all that. But apparently there's apps whereby you can control your partner's vibrator.
Oh, yes. Yeah. We've never got any one of those toys, annoyingly. Like, I've literally worked with nearly every single vibrator company under the sun, and I still don't have that toy. We should get it. I was this close to getting it in Amsterdam when I was there a couple of years ago, and I never did. And the point of it is, I quite like that, because it's a bit like... It's like a game. It's like a teasing game, So you would, So
you've got a vibrating egg.
Yeah, and then your partner, control it.
Well, I just think it's ridiculous.
I like that.
You could be in the middle of a business meeting.
Yeah.
And then I just go, press this button here, or whatever.
I mean, women can multitask. I can orgasm while having a business meeting.
It's not something, I don't know. I mean,
I think it's fun. But I don't think it replaces the, real intimacy and all of that.
There's this. I mean, going on, there's. Sorry, I'm just reading the notes.
You're just mumbling.
I'm literally just mumbling. I'll forget about that.
That was kind of it, which is slightly disappointing, because I thought sex trends of 2020.
Like bad sex. That was a very disappointing ending.
Oh, yeah.
That was a very disappointing end to the show. It just went and just fizzled out. That's it. Are you done?
Actually,
no. Well, I'm sorry. I'm going to go now.
I actually think that the trends are kind of shit, because 2020 has been a shit year. So, it's not like there's going to be an amazing trend for 2020. I mean, let's face it, nobody's, in the mood. But what I do want to say is, we haven't done this in a while now. Our favorite section of the podcast, what Mike bought this week. We haven't done that in a while.
What have I bought recently that annoyed you? Well, the thing you did see, I bought some from China.
The thing you did see? So what did I not see?
I know you have seen the goggles and books.
Yes.
The thing you did see, which was actually got a big laugh, and you filmed, I bought recently.
What was that?
With some magical birthday candles.
Oh, God.
That you light. They're meant to open up into a flower. Each petal has a mini candle, and it plays a song and emits fireworks.
Oh, my God.
It was a bit of a disaster.
It was.
And the happy birthday song was still going on the following week in our bin outside the house.
It didn't go off when it was supposed to go off,
No.
and then we chucked it, and then I come home from somewhere, and I'm like, what is that sound? What is that sound? And I realized it's coming from the bin, and there your candle was singing along, and it sang there for about 3 days. 3 days.
It's probably in landfill now.
I know.
Singing happy birthday.
But I do think you've gone back to getting
Seagulls.
loads of packages again. It's like every day something's arriving.
No,
every day.
no.
The goggles, the whatever. Yeah.
Saucepan. Goggles, saucepan.
Wait, the saucepan's
vitamins.
quite funny. We had this really old
generation came
saucepan.
from the
Honestly,
conveyor
you
belt.
had it still when you were living by yourself. I think the saucepan was like 30 years
No,
old.
that was called a new saucepan.
What, the one that we just threw away?
Well, yes, it was a couple of years old.
It was burned to the bone.
Well, I've been burnt, overburnt.
Really
by
awful.
many things.
You couldn't get anything done. Pancakes were always like sticking to the bottom. And I don't know why we didn't just buy a new one. Finally, we bought a new one. First day I made an omelette, I was like, wow. Right? It's like, what an experience. Finally, with a saucepan.
What lives we lead.
What lies we live.
There we are talking about
Excited about
anal
a saucepan.
trends. But let's face it, we're more interested in making a really good omelette.
Oh, yeah. With cheese. So nice. I don't know why I did that, by the way. It was a really strange move. Okay, well, this was fun. Thank you so much for listening.
Dear.
If
Thanks,
you guys
guys.
are out there, please leave us a review.
Please do.
Yeah. Tell your friends about us.
And we'll see you next week, guys.
See you
Cheers.
next week. Bye.
Bye.